So there is a quiet revolution happening among women, women who are done. We are done with the performing. We are done with overgiving. We're done with giving ourselves and performing in relationships that haven't fulfilled us, haven't brought us pleasure and joy. We're done with showing up for careers, businesses that just aren't it. They aren't making our souls sing. We are done giving so much to others to only find out in the end that we have not given to ourselves. This quiet revolution is coming from this place of those of us that are waking up and now remembering. We're remembering who we truly are and what we're truly here to do. I've seen several conversations happening all over Substack about how there is this quietness, this sort of boringness in a way to the lives that women want to live. And this is coming from us overextending and feeling exhausted of everything that we were told that we were supposed to be doing, the way supposed to be showing up and showing up for everybody other than ourselves, for our children, for our partners, for our careers. If we wanted those people, those areas to grow and flourish, it was us giving and not feeding ourselves. I decided to come on and do this video real quickly because I feel like as we're going into 2026, and I want to preface that by saying, even though we're moving through a man made calendar in time, again, those of us that have awakened, that have evolved, or are doing our evolutionary work, we already know that we're tapped into an internal rhythm. And collectively, we're all a part of that rhythm. So we know January 1st isn't it. That's not the beginning, right? And we know that as we're moving from this snake year that we had, and we're moving into the year of the horse, that doesn't begin until February, which is right around the same time that there is I think it's a Saturn and Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees Aries, just a few days later. So that's the start of something new. Not a new chapter, not a new chapter, a whole new damn book. So we already know that we're sensing some things like, okay, I'm done, enough. I had enough of that. And then we're moving into this other part of this shedding, right? That's happening, the skin shedding from the snake. And I feel like the other reset is come to how we are connecting with others here on the virtual space. We have had enough of looking at folks beyond us or folks that are like gurus of some sort, right? Folks that present themselves as the gurus, as the coaches, right? To say, this is the way it's done. This is the way that I've done it. Do what I do. Look like me. Show up like me. And you'll have everything that I have. We are really become tired of watching the superficial performance of people trying to tell us what our lives should look like. Life is messy and beautiful at the same time. right? Or in ebbs and flows. And we're all coming to that point now where we want to connect with others. We want to be in spaces with others that are also messy and beautiful. We want authenticity. As much as we overuse that word, we want realness. We want realness. And so we're starting to see through a lot of the bullshit that people are performing. And I don't know if you remember in one of my videos where I talk about when that veil drops, we see through it. We see through all of that bullshit, right? We can see, and excuse my French, but I'm just being as real as I can right now. Um, but it's like Neo, right? When Neo was in that hallway and he saw the codes all around him, he saw through it. He saw through it. And that's where we are. We're seeing through the codes in this matrix. We're seeing all of it. And so now we get to decide. We no longer want to listen to the things that really are not feeding our soul. The other thing that I'm noticing too is for those of us that are doing our personal evolutionary work, we're becoming awakened and we are remembering. We are connecting in a way where we don't really even need words. And I remember hearing someone say that in the next maybe 20 years from now, 30 years from now, many of us that have gone through our awakening and remembering, we're going to be able to communicate at a telepathical uh, wave. Now, whether you believe that or not, I believe that people do connect in that way. For instance, if you think about, or you started to think about, oh, I should call so and so, and then all of a sudden you get a text from them, right? Something like that. That's the level, but even at a more higher intensity. And so, what is happening, right? This quiet revolution is that we can do the work that's important to us. We can do the powerful, impactful work with one another, right? This is what I'm called to do, whatever you're called to do, right? We can do that, but it doesn't have to be with the bells and the whistles. It doesn't have to look exhausting. It doesn't have to be you stepping out of a Bentley and getting on private planes. It doesn't have to be you traveling the world. It just needs to be real. It needs to be as human as possible. Whether you want to be on private jets and getting out of Bentleys, okay, if that's your realness, then let it be as long as it is your realness, because people will know, people will feel if it's superficial, if it's surface level. And so this is why I say this quiet revolution is we are done. We're done with the following to just be following, spending our time in places where we're not wanted, where we're not loved, and the energy just doesn't jive with us. We're done giving up bits and pieces of ourselves, then to be left fragmented and fractured. We're done with not doing the work that we need to do with ourselves. Not just the healing, y'all. This isn't about healing work. I keep saying this is evolutionary work. This is transformational work. This is work that is so deep that even the healing work is just the beginning part of it. So, are we ready to walk that walk? Are we ready to be a part of that quiet revolution where we don't have to be everywhere all at once? Because spiritually we are. We don't have to be stretching ourselves thin. We don't have to be chasing followers. We don't have to just do all this extra stuff. We just need to be who we are, messy, beautiful, and real. This is the new era we're going into. So when you hear me talk about my wild woman era for 2026, I am not biting my tongue on that. When you hear me say that I'm opening up spaces for dangerous women, I am not pulling back on that. I mean what I say. I say what I mean. I'm showing up for who's ready, and you should do the same. And as always, I'm Marjorie, and this is the work of remembering who you were before the world told you who to be.